What's up, everybody, and welcome to I Am Stormwalker. I've written down some notes, and I just want to share with you on things about storms and the reason why sometimes we may go through it, whether it's storms from your finances, whether it's storms from the loss of a loved one, or just, any type of storm that you may have faced. This is actually my first video, so I just ask that you guys just be a little bit patient with me. Okay, but we're gonna get through this together. Um, One thing I've learned is storms happen. Being in the will of God, it does rain. The stormiest years of life is testing tradition by the unexpected. The only way to face storms with joy is knowing about the testing of faith in the classroom of perseverance. And I wrote down the scripture of James 1 through 4 in the NLT version where it says, "Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, for your endurance is fully developed. You will be perfect and complete, needing nothing." And that was the word. But anyway, we all face storms. I mean, that's just a part of life, right? We have to learn to adjust to them because they will keep coming whether we want them to or not. But I believe that God uses storms to reveal himself and to demonstrate his power. I often hear that you are either in a storm, going through a storm, or coming out of a storm, which lets me know that storms have a beginning, a middle, and an end. An unforeseen force comes to work against us in the natural that can prepare us for a storm. That one that comes out of nowhere. Like I was saying earlier about the financial storms, the storms of a lost one, the storms of a divorce, the storms of an addiction that, somehow can't seem to break. It's storms happen. We may not realize it, but storms get us to a place we ask God to take us to. We may not understand what He will allow to happen in our lives to get us there. And what I mean is, we may be praying and asking God to take us higher, to help us with our faith, to help us, with endurance, to, run this race with endurance, to build our self confidence, to help us to get over an anger issue and things like that, and not realizing, okay, the things that we're praying for, God is like, okay, I'm gonna take you through this just to see how you gonna handle it. And man, when I tell you, it's a lot of things I know that I done prayed for that I couldn't handle it when it was time to actually go through it. But anyway, learning to face them or get defeated by them is a way I believe God will enable us to come out stronger by allowing the storms to grow us up. How do you recover when life hits you on the blind side or the forces rises uncontrollably? Learning throughout every storm I faced, there was a grace to be who God called me to be. Evidently, God knew that I was graced to handle the hurricanes I would come in contact with. Those moments of Him seeing in me the strength I didn't see in myself. Even though I was mad at God, something in me knew I had to plug into Him to make it through. my atmospheric disturbances. I had to pray and cry, cry and pray and cry some more. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? I mean, I wasn't sure if this was God's way of building my spiritual muscles by bringing me flexibility or what, but it took strength for me to let go and to recover from it while going through the grieving processes and the other turbulence that I had in my life. Because I can remember the night that I got the phone call saying that my son had been killed. I mean, it was like something that I just couldn't allow my mind to grasp a hold of it. I mean, like, how does a mother, like, for real, grasp a hold of the concept of your son is dead, your baby, the one that you gave a ride to in your body to earth? Like, that storm right there, it was like it took me to a place where I had no understanding that it was like I was seeing trying to see my way in the dark, like, and it was, man, I mean, that's a part of a club that no mother wants to, be a part of. And I know that I mentioned that, in my podcast, but it's just like something that no mother wants to hear, and it's like James, was talking about, when trouble comes your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. But it's like, how do you get the joy out of going through a storm? And it's like, one thing that God taught me was, and that He showed me, was that He was in the middle of the storm. And He was letting me know that there's a season for everything. And it talks about it in the books of Ecclesiastics, that there's a season, for everything. There's a time to live and there's a time to die. I didn't want to accept that time, so, but, you know, God helped me. He gave me the strength that I didn't even realize I had. He gave me a peace that, man, I tell y'all, it really surpassed all my understanding, because it was like his peace was so embedded in me to the point where it was like I almost didn't care about burying my son, but that wasn't the case. It was just the peace, that God had given me, to go through it. And, and it's a lot of things that happen, a lot of storms that I have faced, a lot of storms that I have been through. And I'm realizing now, it's like the more storms that I'm going through, or that is on this part of my journey. And sometimes I question God, like, why me? And I know you ain't supposed, people say that you're not supposed to question God, but I do. I mean, He's my father, right? So I would question my natural father. So if He's my father and He's everything that He says He is, then I feel like I can question Him. I mean, He may not give me the answers to everything, but I still question Him. And it's like, you're going through it to, get prepared, repair. I mean, to repair, your broken heart, to rehydrate the natural things in life, and and learning to be revived through it all. I mean, storms, nobody wants to go through them. I know I don't. But like I said, it's all a part of life, right? So that's just something that we'll have to face, as long as we got breath in our mortal bodies. As long as, God wake us up, that's, to me, it's like it's another chance to get it right. So if you're facing a storm today, just trust and know that God is in the middle of that storm. Even like I said, if you have to pray and cry, cry and pray and cry some more. I mean, do what it is you need to do to get through whatever it is that you're going through. But, if you feel like, anything that I said may have helped you, or you have grasped a hold to anything that I may have said and it have resonated, in your spirit, I ask that you hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel, and know that I will be coming back, with more things, with real life issues, real life situations, that we go through all the time. Some situations that people don't want to talk about, some situations where we learn to sweep up under the rug and don't nobody want to share because they feel like, okay, I don't know how this person gonna feel about that, or I don't know what people gonna say about me. But I've learned to grow through that, because I was that person. Like, oh, I'm gonna keep quiet because I don't want people to look at me that way. I don't want people to judge me, or I don't want people to feel the way that they feel, because of the things that I've been through, because of me trying to be transparent. But I'm learning, like, on this walk, it's better, to talk about your transparencies, to talk about the things that you've been through, to share with other people, the things that you have gone through, because you never know. There might be somebody out there who's going through the same thing that you're going through, but then don't have the words to say, or don't know how to express themselves, or afraid to express themselves. But that's it for today, you guys. Like I said, if anything has resonated with you in your spirit, or got a little out of this video, I just ask that you hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys later, and you guys have a blessed day.